Today on the grid, we are talking about all kinds of stuff. We're talking about the weather. We're talking about coughing. We're talking about all kinds of stuff because our very special guest, Skyping in from upstate New York, the one and only Rick Sammon. So we'll be covering all kinds of cool stuff. We've got some awesome giveaways as usual. I got some news. I got some stuff to show you. You know, the standard stuff. And when does this all start? I think it starts in about 14.3 seconds. Let's go!
The Grid is brought to you by Platypod, the tripod alternative that is changing the world. Everybody has a Platypod. You should too. Go to platypod.com.
Alone again. Naturally. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Grid. Just me today. Kuna is out in New Mexico shooting the night skies at a workshop that he's holding out there. So no Kunage this week, but that's okay. We still got lots of cool stuff. And joining me in the next segment will be Rick Sammon. And anytime Rick's on, there's all kinds of conversation. We're going to be talking about AI. We're going to be talking about shooting in weather and the advantages of shooting in weather and how to find out when weather's coming your way and all kinds of cool stuff like that. I've got a few things to share before we get to all that. And let's see what else. There was some other cool stuff. Oh, here's something cool. All right, hear me out now. I'm not going to give away anything secret, but I will just say that historically, in the month of June, Adobe has done a fairly reasonable size update to Lightroom. In the past, historically. So I can't tell you if that's going to happen again. But if it were, I would probably do a webcast next Tuesday at 3 p.m. to show you all the new features. If that happens, if they release an update in June like they normally do, and they normally release it on a Tuesday, but that's just historical data, not secret stuff. But if that were the case, I would be doing a live demo next Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Of course, the demo's for KelbyOne members, but we're going to let the public in as well because we love you. Anyway, so that is the deal here on episode 695. We're 5 episodes away from our 700th episode of The Grid. All right, so let's change topics. Number 2 is my workshop in Belgium. So I sent out my initial note. There are only 5 spots left. If you were on my mailing list, you're going to hear about it. You're going to have a link to the ticket tomorrow. So scroll down, and I'll show you where to get on my mailing list. I don't use this for anything else but to tell you when there's a workshop. So it's my advance notice workshop. It's going to go out tomorrow. So if you want to get a chance to get one of those last 5 spots, it's coming tomorrow. So jump on that list, and you'll still get it before I open it up to the public. But that's it. Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, this is really exciting. I walk in the door today, and I see Jason. You guys know Jason. He was on the Grid a few weeks ago with Erik. And I've watched Jason just grow and grow and grow as a photographer. It is amazing that some of our video guys like Juan and Jason have become amazing photographers in their own right. And so I walk in the door, and Jason hands me this book, and he gave it to me as a gift. And he said, it's because you taught me a bunch of stuff, and it's because you also showed me how to make books. So he made this book in Lightroom. And it's absolutely beautiful. I'm looking at it because Jason came with me to Paris when I did my Paris workshop, and we recorded a class on location in Paris before the workshop. So before everybody got there, we had done a class. And Jason comes with me to some of these locations, and we do that. So this book is just gorgeous. And I want to just show you a couple of the spreads because they're really something. Let me just go. Oh, and there's a picture of me and Jason at the front. That was kind of cool. I was like, hey. All right, so I want to show you some of my favorites. First off, his food page is insane. Let me find where it's not a bunch of glare. His food page, look at that. His food shots are fantastic. See that guy in the top left corner? He was making crepes. We saw him numerous times. But look at the steak shot and the French onion soup and all. He's got the food down. All right, so that was really good, and I always think that's important to have in the trips here. Here's just a couple more spreads here. Just beautiful stuff. It's not in focus, though. It's way out of focus. I don't know why. All right, there we go. That's better. All right. Oh, there we go. Now it's in focus. Okay. Hold on one second. I want to show you some more. Look at this spread from the Louvre. Look at that. I got to get it out of the glare. Look at that. Just gorgeous. I mean, the composition, his post-processing, everything about it is just gorgeous. And I got to show you another favorite of mine here. I mean, they're all so good. Here's the Sacre-Cœur at dawn. I mean, come on. These shots were they're just wonderful all the way through. But I want to show you a particular shot. Man, I wish I had an online version I could show you. Give me 1 second here. I'm almost there. Beautiful shot of the inside of the cathedral. Just gorgeous. And then, don't move, don't breathe, don't make a sound. Look at, this was one of my favorites. Look at that one. Right where, I got to move, right there. This big one right here. I just love it. I love it. And it's super sharp and crisp. You can't tell from the focus of that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, the whole book is terrific. Thank you, Jason, for honoring me that way. That's very nice because I'm so proud of the work that he's doing. So anyway, that was that. All right, next thing. So I updated my portfolio this weekend, and I did something that I would tell you not to do. So I would tell people, I have 2 or 3 different categories, maybe 4 of what you do. But I'm an educator, and I shoot a lot of different categories, and I teach a lot of different categories. So I have a lot of categories in my portfolio. So I went and I updated pretty much everything, my travel and stuff, but I added some new things. First off, I talked about this last week, but I've updated it greatly since then. I did a travel people. So these are people that I photographed on workshops and on vacations and different stuff. So that's what here. I've updated this greatly since, well, last week. All right, so there we go. All right, so there's those. So what else did I add? So that is a brand new one. I updated my Art of the Airplane, which is, it's aviation photography, but it's in a, well, it's not anything, apparently. It's just a white page. What the heck happened there? Yeah, I'm going to try loading it again. Oh, there we go. All right, here it is. So this is not, planes flying by as much as it is an artistic look at airplane photography or aviation photography. Just different stuff along those lines. Okay, so that's that one. But I added 2 more. I added a new one called Ready? Shot on iPhone. So these are all just iPhone photos, right? And here I'll just hit it bigger. Yeah, so every one of these is an iPhone photo. So I thought since I write books on the iPhone and I do conferences and classes on the iPhone, that I should certainly have some examples of iPhone photography. So every one of these all shot on the iPhone. So there's some of those. All right. Look at that long exposure in the iPhone. What? I know. Here's another long exposure. iPhone? Yep. Did I use a special app? No. All right. Okay. So that's the iPhone stuff. I added another category. Ready? Behind the scenes. And I want to thank Terry White for the idea of both of these new categories. So these are just behind the scenes shots of shoots and stuff that I've done. There's me in Scotland. Scotland! All right, anyway. So that's what it is. And hey, there's me shooting the cover shot for my Tesla book. All right. So anyway, that's it. And there's me on the grid. Hey, that's me. I'm on that same set right now. It's like Inception. It's an Inception moment. Anyway, so I did that, and thanks to the folks at SlickPick. They make it really easy, and their sites are so nice, and they're well designed. So my hat's off to SlickPick. I love their stuff. It's the happiest I've ever been with any portfolio, because the thing with SlickPick is, and this is not a paid advertisement, but they are the only ones out there that really make their portfolio for photographers. We're the only ones I know about anyway. A lot of them make it for, if you're an artist of any kind, if you're an illustrator, if you're a graphic designer or a photographer, but they're just like we're for photographers, and their layouts are terrific and it's easy to work with. Anyway, I updated some other stuff. I updated just people who need shots of people. So I updated my people portfolio. Just like that. People, sheeple who need sheeple. Okay. All right. Have I got anything else I need to talk about? I don't think so. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away some prizes. All right. Today's prizes will be, we're giving away a Platypod mag. So it's this thing. Let me just, give me 1 second to just pull all up here. All right. That was elegant. This is the Platypod mag. It uses the MagSafe magnet thing on the back of your phone, so you can mount your phone anywhere you want. It works really well. I have one myself. Oh, my photography, that we're giving that away. And this is the... Well, you're going to get the ebook now because the other one doesn't come out till the end of next month. Now, if you bought it from Rocky Nook, it comes out quicker, but it is available as the ebook on Kindle right now. So if you win, this is the only copy we have. They shipped us one copy from South Korea. That's where it's printed. So we're going to give away the ebook of that today. Also, this book, which, believe it or not, is wildly popular in China. In China. I have two books that are absolutely killing it in China. I know, it's crazy. They're outselling all of my American books combined. And it is my natural light photography book and this one, the landscape photography book. These two books in China, the Chinese translation, are going berserk. I don't know why, but I'm very glad. Well, actually, I kind of do know why. So a gentleman that has a popular podcast did like a 30-minute in-depth review of my book, The Natural Light Photography Book, which is about shooting natural light portraits. And that just set it on fire. And then I guess he must have followed up with the landscape book as well, because it's selling the same amount, which is just ridiculous. Anyway, but we're going to give away the landscape one, and it is the hard copy. And lastly, a hard copy of Mr. Kuna's new book, which is doing phenomenally well, The Night Photography Book by Mr. Kuna himself. All right. How do you enter? I have no idea. We used to have a website. Maybe we do. Oh, we're also giving away a copy of OnOne's No Noise AI, which is a brilliant piece of software. Now, we have a new link for you to enter for the prizes. And you just go and give us your name and you enter, and you're entered. Here's where you go. You go to kel.by/grid prize. kel.by/grid prize. That's the entire address. It's a bit.ly link, right? So, and takes you to this page, and just give us your name and your all stuff so we can ship you a book or something. A book or something, either one. Could be a book, could be something. We're going to take a short break. When I get back, one of my very favorite people, a wonderful photographer, a colleague, and a dear friend, Rick Sammon, will be joining us right after this break. Don't go away.
Think about the photos that mean the most to you. They're the ones of the people you care about. Let's make those photos come alive. Join world-class instructors who will walk you through exactly what they do on real shoots. Whether you shoot families, fashion, travel, or street photography, this online conference will make your photos better. Stop guessing and start creating portraits that make people say, wow.
I'm Rick Sammon, and I'm really excited to tell you about my latest KelbyOne class. I've teamed with Chicago-based meteorologist Mike Caplan. Why, Mike? Because great photography isn't about perfect weather. It's about understanding the weather. Mike, known by his co-workers as the Professor for his dedication to weather and science, and I kick things off by showing you why weather matters. Then we teach you how to read the sky, so you can anticipate those dramatic moments, from rainbows to auroras, before they happen. And together, Mike and I show you how to use weather conditions to create stronger and more compelling images. You'll learn how to work with fog, storms, and clouds. We also cover gear and accessories that help you capture those epic shots. And finally, we show you how to enhance your images in Photoshop and Lightroom, bringing your vision to life. So my friends, I really hope you can join us for this awesome class only on KelbyOne.
I've been adding the Photoshop magic to movie posters and images for ad campaigns for about 35 years. I'm excited to have a class on compositing. We're going to talk about layer structure, what goes on top and what goes on bottom of your layer stack so that everything makes sense. We're going to talk about masking, lighting, adding shadows, color correction. We're going to talk about depth of field, how you control that and how you use that to focus the eye. And then finally, we're going to talk a little bit about color grading and how you pull it all together with a little bit of a texture on top. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to have a chance to share this with you. Come see my class at KelbyOne.com.
Hey, we are back. Hey, we are just a few weeks away from the People Photography Conference. You saw the little promo trailer for it there just a minute ago. So what I think is unique about this conference, and certainly unique for us, is it's not so much you're in the studio shooting a portrait kind of formal thing. It's just we take pictures of people in all kinds of different ways. Our families, our kids, when we travel, our friends, and then we do events and all these different things. So we're talking about all kinds of different photography. We have an incredible structured lineup, and I just want to mention we just added one of my favorite photographers, Dixie Dixon. She is a magical unicorn of photography. And she's phenomenal. She's so good. She's such a sweet person and a really great instructor. And it's our first time having her at one of our conferences. And we have a number of, look at some of the superstars that are there besides Dixie. You've got Rick Sammon, son of a gun. You got Terry. You got Joe McNally. You got Dylan Kotecki, Vanessa Joy, so good. Iberian X. And by the way, I heard Iberian X moved to France today, and I just can't tell you how jealous I am. Joe Edelman is teaching with us for the first time. We got Sandra Cohn and Elena Blair, Russell Preston Brown. What Russell does with an iPhone in portraits will blow your mind. Anyway, and we've got Anya, we've got everybody. It's very exciting. Hilmar's there. And look at all these classes, tons of classes. Go sign up right now. You don't want to miss this. And of course, you get the whole thing archived for an entire year. Guess who is with us? One of our instructors who will be teaching at the conference, Rick Sammon, standing by. Hey, Ricky.
Well, I'm sitting by, but I'm really happy to be here once again.
And Rick just released a class. I think you just saw a trailer on it about shooting in weather. And look, Rick wore his weather shirt.
Well, I was supposed to be here with my partner, Mike Caplan, my partner for the class. He's a meteorologist in Chicago, and they're having really bad weather in Chicago today, so he had to be on the air. So he's really sorry he can't be here, but man, oh man, I learned a ton about the weather working on the class with him, and I know the members will learn a lot too. He's just it's amazing. You study meteors, you'll learn a lot.
Yeah, I guess so. So can you give us any tips, like, some of the things that were eye opening for you about shooting and weather? Now, we always tell, like Erik and I will tell people, hey, look, if it's rainy outside and it looks pretty bad, that could either mean one thing: you're not shooting today, or you're about to have an incredible opportunity.
Well, that's what exactly, Scott, what we talk about, having this incredible opportunity. If you watch the weather, and Erik uses all these apps, right?
Oh, he
So I'm
does.
sharing my screen now. You can see the screen, right?
Not yet. Oh, there it is. Yep, we got it now.
So anyway, this is out on the Oregon coast. You've been there, right?
I have been to the Oregon coast, absolutely.
So this is Bandon Beach. That's Face Rock over there. So anyway, this is the title slide. So again, I'm really missing Mike. Here's Mike, and we'll just give another shout out to him because I learned a ton. And the class is just not about landscapes. What we talk about in the class is we give tips for landscape photography, scenic, portrait, travel, wildlife, fine art, and cityscape photography. So I would say we spent about 2 months working on this class. Over there on the right, you see one of these pictures I took in Mongolia. I think, Scott, maybe we could do a workshop in Mongolia.
Rick, the last time you went to Mongolia, I'm pretty sure you told me, I'm never going back to Mongolia.
Well, that's right after I came back, because we were so cold in the yurt. We were so cold. You've been to Antarctica, like I have been. It was way colder in Mongolia than it was in Antarctica. But anyway, we got some good pictures. So anyway, this is one of the slides from the class, and we talk about why weather matters to photographers. And Scott, this is taken actually not too far in Croton-on-Hudson from one of your favorite places.
The dam?
The dam. This is actually on the river.
Wow.
I do have pictures of the dam in the class, but we talked about predicting rainbows, and Mike says, that to see a rainbow, you have to have the sun at your back. This is actually a double rainbow. So we talk about, we talk about exposing for the highlights, which is really important. And, I know a Photoshop instructor at a major training organization who likes to use, the Dodge tool and the Dodge and then the
highlights
burn
slider.
But also the saturation brush. So we talk about if you want to bring out a little more of the color, you could just in Photoshop, use that saturation brush. He also said, and I thought this was really interesting, that if you're standing exactly next to me, when we come in after we photograph the dam, if we go for a river walk with Calibra and Susan, and you guys are up here, that if you're standing next to me, you're going to see the rainbow differently than I am. Because just those few feet matters, just looking at the rainbow.
Well, also, I won't be high, so...
Well, you won't be high, but seriously, so the point that Mike and I make is, move to the left, move to the right, and see how the rainbow changes. Just don't, cement yourself in place, with the tripod, as a lot of photographers, as do. We also talk about how weather shapes the light and the mood, and it really creates the color and the story. Another shot from the Oregon coast, Cannon Beach.
Yep.
And so we talked about here exposing for the highlights and breaking the rules. One of the rules in composition, and I love your composition book, by the way.
Thank you.
It's really, really cool. Is it called Crush the?
Yep, crush the composition.
Yeah. We talk about, one of the basic rules is don't place the horizon line in the center of the frame. But here, I think when there's a reflection, this really, you can break the rules. And what I say, Scott?
Oh, absolutely.
I say, I didn't write the rules of composition. Why the heck? I'm going to tone it down. Why the heck should I? Why the heck should I follow them?
I say the same thing about traffic laws. I didn't write the traffic laws. Why should I pay attention to them?
Well,
those numbers are just a suggestion on that speed limit sign.
If no one's watching, we talk about how weather shapes the light, the mood, and creates the color and the mood. I took the picture on the left over there outside of Vegas in Nelson.
Yep.
And they talk about how I really composed that picture for the sky. So I'm putting the class together. I was showing Mike some pictures. He says, I have a picture of a truck in the sky. And we talk about how both of the pictures that they have, the colors, complement the subject.
Yeah,
so
they do.
Joe McNally has a class, not Joe McNally. I give him a shout out. Moose Peterson has in my AI class, which we're going to talk about. Moose has a class out on clouds, right? That just came out. recently. So Mike and I also talk about how we're really composing for the background, for the sky. And I do that, and I think you do that, and a lot of people do that for their people pictures, right? It's just not the subject. It's the background that can make or break the shot. And this is a shot from one of our safaris in Africa, and we talk about how bad weather. This was really a stormy day. I mean, it was raining so hard. But what makes this picture, I think, nice is that those storm clouds in the back, and how we were moving around in the safari vehicle. So I got that pregnant giraffe right between the clouds there. So I think the people are really going to have a lot of fun. The members are going to have a lot of fun with this class and learn a lot. And I have a couple of classes on salmonisms here on KelbyOne. So at the end of each lesson, I have a salmonism. One here is you can't control the weather, but you can control how prepared you are for it. So if you ever want to go to Mont,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody wrote that. They said a DCF photo says, "I'm here for the salmonisms."
Oh, really?
That's
well,
what they wrote.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Well, I have some other stuff to show you. We could do more on the weather, but we could talk about people and AI or whatever.
So you're one of the photographers out there, as far as AI goes, that has really put yourself out there. You've embraced it as its own art form. You have an amazing class that you did for KelbyOne on what it's basically showing what can be done. Now, Rick is not telling you need to use AI, but for the people who are interested, Rick's saying, hey, this is some fun stuff. Rick really has embraced the fun side of it without getting into the weeds about all the, other stuff that people like to go crazy about. Rick has also been grossly unfairly attacked for using a tool in a fun way. And Rick's only done it to be fun. Rick hasn't tried to pull a fast one on anybody. Rick hasn't tried to go, oh, I shot this, and then later you find out it was AI. But Rick, when you have that still picture, one of my favorite pictures of yours is a woman on a sand dune.
Yeah.
It's a still picture. And in the class, you showed how to make her stand up and walk out of the frame. I about fell over because it looks like real video. It's amazing.
If you want to, if I can I show a video here? I don't know if the sound is going to come.
No, you'd have to put your microphone onto the speaker of your computer.
Okay, it'll come through. Okay, so let me see if you can see this. This is really, really cool. So can you see my screen here?
Yep.
Okay, speaking of the attacks, by the way, the attacks have really calmed down.
I know, thankfully.
3 years ago, and you know some of the folks, they were really upset. You're going to lose your credibility and a whole bunch of other things. But it's calmed down, and now a lot of these people are actually using AI because, like you said, I try to make it fun. And people said, "Oh, you're abandoning photography." Well, you know what? I went to Berkeley. You know this. I love jazz. If I'm playing like Melissa by the Allman Brothers, are people going to say, "Oh, you abandoned jazz? You hate jazz?" Right? Anyway, you see these 1, 2, 3, 4, these 7 stills.
Yes.
7 stills from Antarctica. These are iPhone shots. So I wanted to see, I'd like to, push myself and see what AI can do. So I brought each of these pictures into Grok Imagine. And the prompts took a long time. You're going to see I turn them into drone shots. But sometimes I said start at sea level, start up above, go through an arch. So I'm going to show it. I don't know if you could hear the sound because I made the sound in Suno, which I know the AI program for making songs. But this is amazing to me that Grok Imagine under my direction. And this is what I talk about in the class, that you could be a director. I mean, how much fun is it to be a movie director, right? That you could do this. So anyway, I think it's only about a minute long. So all these stills were used to make this drone video.
All right, let's see. That is incredible.
And then I put that together. Thank you very much. And I put that together in iMovie. Now that works there.
Okay, so I have a question before we move on, Rick. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It was stuttering in its playback. I imagine on your computer it's smooth.
Oh, it's so smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, on our it was stuttering a little bit.
Oh no.
Instead of, but I know that in real life it would have been perfectly smooth like regular video.
It is. It's amazing. So that works there. However, if I'm down in Oldsmar at the KelbyOne Studios and we're going out to sushi at Hot Tuna, is that the name of the place?
Yeah, Hot Tuna.
Hot Tuna. If I took a picture of outside of Hot Tuna and went up, it wouldn't be accurate because AI doesn't know all the buildings around it. So what I'm saying is it works there because no one's going to say, oh, that ice flow isn't the same in the background.
I was thinking that. I'm thinking he picked a perfect subject.
Yeah.
Like when putting that, those, and that was beautiful. The music you chose was perfect. The soundtrack was great.
Well, I would say that probably took around 2 or 3 hours.
To do the whole thing, to render it?
Well, the thing is with the prompts, you have to go back and forth, back and forth. Oh, don't go through the arch slowly. I want some waves crashing. So, that's the thing with prompts. The prompts are the key. So over the years, I've gotten better and better at prompts. Could I show you a fun video?
Of course.
Let me see Susan Sammon here. This might stutter too, okay? But you'll get the idea. Oh, wait. Whoops, gotta share. Share, keynote.
A lot of sharing going on.
Yeah, there is.
A lot of sharing, a lot of caring. Rick's wife, Susan. Oh, she flies. I did not know Susan could fly. Huh.
So I was doing doing like an avatar thing. But, sometimes AI is great. And can I show you a couple more?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, Rick,
so
while you're getting those together, it's time for us to take a short break. Get as many videos as you want. I can watch these all day. So get as many as you want queued up. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, I got a couple of quick shout-outs, some comments for Rick, and stuff like that. So stick around. We'll be right back.
I'm Jefferson Graham, inviting you to watch my latest class for KelbyOne, The Photographer's Guide to Photographing what else but Las Vegas, one of the most incredibly photogenic cities in the world. As you know, there's nothing like it. With casinos pulling out all the stops to get you inside, we've got shots on the ground, middle floor, and all the way at the top without using a drone. I'm going to show you my favorite desert spot to see the sand like it used to look back in the 1940s, looking down at the strip. We'll do night shots, we'll do morning shots, we'll do all sorts of shots, and you'll get the skinny on how to best photograph Las Vegas before you come. Photographer's Guide to Las Vegas. KelbyOne, I'm Jefferson Graham. Tune in.
I'm really excited to tell you about my latest KelbyOne class, the AI Mindset. Now, in this class, I introduce you to the exciting world of AI imaging for photographers. I cover how you can easily transform your snapshots into a more artistic image. I'll also show you how to create AI videos, like the short video I created from a still photo I took in Death Valley. AI is just the newest tool I am using to express my creative vision. It's a tool I think you will enjoy using too. This class is not about buttons and menus. It's about how to think about AI and how you can express your creative vision. You will see that with AI, you are many things: an artist, an art director, a graphic artist, a storyteller, and much more. Here I created an image that illustrates that we are just on the tip of the AI iceberg. So I really hope you can join me for my latest class only on KelbyOne.com.
Think about the photos that mean the most to you. They're the ones of the people you care about. Let's make those photos come alive. Join world-class instructors who will walk you through exactly what they do on real shoots. Whether you shoot families, fashion, travel, or street photography, this online conference will make your photos better. Stop guessing and start creating portraits that make people say, wow.
All right, that was the People Photography Conference we were just talking about. It's going to be amazing. I hope you can join us. And again, the whole thing's archived for a year, so you can watch any classes you missed or catch any classes you want to watch again. It's an unbelievable value. Unbelievable if you sign up right now. So do that quickly. All right, some comments. John Dukes. Hi, John. John is the guy that takes over the show when he's here. Rick, he says, Rick has the best shirts. KelbyOne should give away one of Rick's shirts as a grid prize. It's too good for it. It's better than a grid prize. It's like,
Well, believe it or not, every time I do a KelbyOne class, Susan will tell you, or every time I'm on the grid, I get a new shirt.
well, we need to have you on more.
I
often,
have a
so
KelbyOne closet.
all right. Well, you do. You have great taste in shirts, and you look good in everything. So that helps. Let's see. Dalton says, fun with AI? Yes, in caps. Ann says, your class was a good one. She liked your AI mindset class. And Pat says, I agree that it's amazing. Would love to learn more about prompts. For those of you who are not familiar with the term prompts, it just really means all of this is generated by text, right? So Rick would literally just type in, do a drone shot, fly through the center of the iceberg, and it actually is a skill to get good at writing and getting what you envision in your head to happen through the AI. So you'll do it once and you're like, oh no, I wanted water splashing, or I wanted snow falling off the iceberg. You just keep adding it and stuff. And so that's what a prompt is. A prompt is what you type in to make it do what you want to do. John says, Rick, show the one with the horses running into the water. It is amazing. So that's a request from John Dukes. Even when he's not here, he takes over the show. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know if I could find that one. The horse, say that again, which one?
It's the horses running into the water. He says, show the one with the horses running in the water, or in the water. It is amazing.
You know what? I'm working on, I don't know if I could find that quickly.
All right.
But I have other videos to show.
All right. And also, can you share your screen, Rick?
Yep, I can.
We lost it on our end, so if you can share it real quick. While he's doing that, I'm just going to give some shout-outs. Graham says, hi from a sunny, hot Malta. And you know what? I almost got to Malta. I was the judge of a contest, and I was flying out to do a one-day seminar in Malta right as COVID hit, and I missed my opportunity. My brother had been to Malta many years ago and fell in love with it. I was hoping that was my chance, but no luck so far. Dave Young says, howdy from Cincinnati, the Queen City. Engel, I'm messing up your name, from South Africa. I'm sorry. Engelishing? Oh, I'm sorry. I know that's wrong. But thank you for watching from all the way in South Africa. Rose is here. Hi, Rose from Christchurch, New Zealand. She's up early at 5 a.m. Dave's here from a stormy Indianapolis. Alex here from Aberdeen. Lori's here from Newfoundland. Phil's here from a stormy Chicagoland. Stanley's here from a hot Bowie, Maryland. All right. Jack's here from, says, greetings all, a hot, humid day in Princeton, New Jersey. Pod Kober is here from a beautiful Holland, Michigan. Hey, I went to Paul's house this weekend. I went to Holland, Michigan. Stick around because I want to show you a video I took from my adventure in Holland, Michigan. Lupus says, hello, from Canada, and Riaz. Mamdani says, greetings all from a wet and dull London, UK. Glad to have you all here from all over. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, Rick?
Yes.
Any luck, or do I need to stall some more?
No. I'm good. I'm trying to, let me see if I could share this. So can you see?
Yeah, there we go. Yep.
Okay, so anyway, the subtitle of this class is when you're through changing, you're through. And this is, we have to keep evolving. We have to keep learning Photoshop and Lightroom. You mentioned that you might be doing something in the future on new features. All these new features are really, really important. But one of the things I really love about the KelbyOne classes is down the bottom, you see there where I have that circle there, Discuss Course. I think this is one of the coolest features of the KelbyOne classes because, not everyone takes advantage of it, but the people who do on the AI mindset class, we have, over 80 interactions. So people are telling me what they like to see in the next class, more videos, more stills or whatever. So I encourage all the members really, really, really to click on that Discuss Course button because it is really, really cool. This is actually the first lesson in the class, and it's don't panic. Because, like I said before, a lot of people think I'm abandoning photography, and I'm not. I still love photography. Susan and I just came back from Sicily and Croatia. And Scott, maybe I think you'd love to do a workshop in Croatia. It was like being in Game of Thrones. I have some pictures I could show you.
Oh,
but
yeah, please do.
But the class is not, this one is not about replacing, your photography, or Photoshop and Lightroom. It's really about expanding your creative vision. And here's one example. I took this picture, my home studio, for my home studio, one of my home studio classes here on KelbyOne. And the prompt was simply, we talked about how long do these things take. I just said, make this look like it was taken with Rembrandt lighting. So in 30 seconds or less, I came up with this. ChatGPT came up with this.
Wow.
Is it perfect? No. Is it fun? Yes. Now, yeah, you could do this in Photoshop and Lightroom, but Jason and I were talking before we came on that these are like shortcuts. I mean, it looks pretty good, right?
Yeah, it would be a lot of work to get from the first image to the second, because if you notice, like the color grading that is there, the color of her lipstick has changed.
Yeah.
I mean, the lighting, of course, is dramatically different. You had flat lighting pretty much in the first one.
Right.
The second one, you've got the Rembrandt with strong shadows. You've got fall off. The light falls off from her face. The way it should. I mean, it's amazingly well done. And if you'd have showed me the second photo, I would just assume that, that was what you took.
That's why I say, and this, and Erik and all my friends at KelbyOne know, that I say, listen to what your mother told you. Honesty is the best policy. I always say when I'm using AI, and I think that's very, very important. Here's our same model. So with some other prompts, this is amazing to me. It could create full-length shots, right? From a headshot, I said, put the model in New York City in the rain under the umbrella with some lights in the back and some streaking tail lights.
Wow.
So I had to do that. And then I put her out west. I like Yellowstone. So I was thinking of Yellowstone, put her outside with a cowboy in the background and have it snow. So it's like a video game for me. And I like playing video games with my son when he comes home. So it's just like a video game. And now I say in the class that I know that the photographers have spent years learning all these techniques, but photographers really have an advantage because they know about the light. They know about composition. They know what's good and they know what's bad. Susan and I were down in Delray Beach last January, and I saw this picture of the car on the street, and I said, okay, maybe if I had a tripod and I wanted to wait a while rather than go in to have some sushi, which we were actually on our way to do, I just did it afterward. So it's fun. Is it perfect? No. So it's fun. Here's some shots from Croatia. These are all, you mentioned your iPhone new gallery. These is one on the left is Sicily, the two, the middle one and the other one there, Croatia, which was really cool.
So where in Croatia was that? Is that Dubrovnik, Split? Where's it at?
Yeah, on the right is Dubrovnik, and this is like if you go, I could give you some information. You have to do this walk around. Remember we walked up in China to the top?
Oh yeah.
This is like they're doing it laterally. I mean, there's like thousands of steps. It took like 2.5 hours to like get around. But this is a photographer's paradise. So if you go to Sicily, you might as well. We took, I think it was like a few hours just to get over to Croatia. But the scenery there is beautiful. All you showed the long exposure shot before. This is one of the famous waterfalls in a national park. All iPhone shots. So I still love taking pictures. But here's something really cool that you could do. I'm challenging ChatGPT. Now, as well as I know, because you do air shows and action stuff, and Erik is really good at that also, that to get a shot like you see on the right, you're not going to get it on the first time. You might,
no.
Right?
Yeah.
So where you want the eye tack sharp, but you want the exact right shutter speed to keep the eye sharp and the wings blurred. I went into ChatGPT. I said, make it look like it was taken at a slow shutter speed. So it didn't do it exactly right. You can see the shadows now missing. So you see the shadow that's in the picture on the left.
Yeah, but you wouldn't even know there was a shadow there unless you saw the other one.
Right, you wouldn't know it. Here's another thing ChatGPT can do. We were photographing horses running on the beach in St. Augustine, Florida, taken at a fast shutter speed. I said, make it look like it was taken at a slow shutter speed and panning. So it doesn't replace all these skills, and it certainly doesn't replace the thrill and the joy of getting it right in camera. I mean, this is why you still do workshops. People still love taking pictures. But it is, there it is, the New Croton Dam.
Oh, the New Croton Dam.
But Scott, you know about infrared conversion cameras, right?
Sure.
Okay, I took the picture on a flat, overcast day on the left. I said, convert it to a black and white infrared picture.
Boom.
Now, you know about the infrared conversions, that there's a bunch of different ones, right? We could maintain a little bit of blue in the sky. That's our backyard where I hope you come up. John Dukes, by the way, is coming up here over Labor Day weekend.
Wow, John Dukes?
Well, he wants to photograph the New Croton Dam.
Well, dude, everybody wants to photograph that damn dam.
But anyway, look at this. I'm simulating these conversions. Here, took out the shadow.
Oh,
okay?
nice.
I say just take out the shadow, right? So say you get a shot like this, but here's one of the things. Here's one of my guitars, a crafted guitar. It's not the best guitar in the world, but it's a lot of fun to play. So I was playing around with posters. Here comes the sound, like here comes the sun with the sunset, right? So ChatGPT came up with the title for this poster, Crafted for Moments That Matter. I might have come up with it, but I didn't. But here's when AI doesn't work. If you look at the guitar closely and you play guitar, and here's another shot, you'll see that the tuning pegs at the top are missing the strings, and the tuning pegs at the top of the image there, and the other tuning pegs are missing the pegs. So at first it looked beautiful. Oh, that's cool. So you really have to look. You really have to look at your AI stuff to see, what goes right and what can go wrong. One more thing in New Croton Dam.
Oh, the New Croton Dam.
Okay, when John Dukes come up here, unfortunately, there's probably not going to be a lot of water. But I said, make a time lapse from a still. So here's a time lapse. So I mentioned before that I'm shooting now for AI. So Susan and I are walking around Sicily, and I see this nice little place to have, dinner or lunch or coffee or whatever. So I take the shot, and then I go into AI, and I said, make this look like an Edward Hopper painting, and put two people there. So this took a little bit because I wanted to play around with her hat and the guy and things like that. And here's a shot from Croatia. It's a terrible snapshot. Now, I will admit it, but I'm thinking about AI. So for whatever reason, I was thinking of Toulouse-Lautrec, and from this scene, I created like this painting. And I did the
look
same.
at that.
So it's fun, right? And I'm not calling it AI art. I'm just calling it fun. There's another shot the last day in Croatia after the boat docked near Split. And I made this look like Toulouse-Lautrec painting. So I'm just having, so much fun with this, and I encourage people to have fun as long as you are honest and just share the fun.
Absolutely. Jim says Rick's AI class is great. It's a new look at using AI on our photos. And Jay says Rick is a real breath of fresh air, bringing fun to all of us from the cutting edge. How about that, Rick?
Well, that's pretty nice.
I know, but you're one of the few guys out there that's really taken this bold, like you saw AI and you're like, this is going to be fun. And you've really brought that fun. I have to agree with what Jay said, is you do make it fun, you bring it fun, you show us what's available. You're not trying to make us do anything. You're saying, here's what's out there. You want to have some fun? And by the way, you can have all this fun, all that you want yourself, and never show it to anyone. You'll still enjoy the process because it's a lot of fun. Warren says, we're going to ask some questions. I got a question that I was going to tackle after the break. We've got one more break, so we're going to take this short break. And then I got a question for Rick, and the question's right up what I was going to ask Rick next. Perfect. So stick around. We'll be right back here on The Grid.
Hi, this is Hilmar Smith. Light doesn't have to be boring, and light doesn't have to be soft. I'm going to teach you how to introduce hard light and hard shadows into your photography stories. I'm going to teach you how you can introduce color, how you can play and make really the best out of your set with all of my favorite tricks and with all of my favorite gear. So if you really want to level up your lighting, come and join me in my newest class at KelbyOne.com.
Hey guys, Frank Dorhoff here. Welcome in our studio in the Netherlands and welcome to a new class on KelbyOne. Do you ever wonder, how can we get more creative with our photography? Are you a little bit afraid when you look at those websites and you can see all those props and they are pretty expensive and you don't know what to buy? Why not start with the stuff that you already have? Why not get some, let's say, emergency blankets? Or maybe get a torch. If the light is too bright or too large, use a little bit of piece of cardboard. You will find out that in this class, you will look at your photography equipment in a totally different way. There are no more excuses. I don't have expensive gear. I don't have expensive backdrops. After this class, you will make the best of even an emergency blanket. Join me on this new class on KelbyOne to create great images with cheap materials that you can find in and around your house. And you probably already have a load of them that I'm going to show you in this class. See you online.
Hello, my name is John Dukes, and I want to invite you to watch my KelbyOne class, Blue Hour Mastery, how to create dynamic cityscape photography. You're going to create photos that are going to impress everyone you show. People are going to get that wow effect. We're going to learn how to scout the location, what blue hour is, all the different levels of twilight that you could shoot your photo in, camera settings. We're going to talk about gear. We're going to talk about how to take that photo from being a snapshot to a gorgeous cityscape image that you're going to want to hang up on your wall. So come join me at KelbyOne.com. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Think about the photos that mean the most to you. They're the ones of the people you care about. Let's make those photos come alive. Join world-class instructors who will walk you through exactly what they do on real shoots. Whether you shoot families, fashion, travel, or street photography, this online conference will make your photos better. Stop guessing and start creating portraits that make people say, wow.
Hey, we are back. Scott's here with Rick Sammon. And the question I wanted to ask, Warren asked, and he says, Rick, are you using ChatGPT? All right, so let's just answer that one, and then I'm going to give you the second part of his. So, Rick, are you using ChatGPT? Is that one of your main go-to ones?
I would say it is the main go-to one.
All right, so
For everything.
So here's the big question.
Yeah.
Which version are you using, the free one or the one that you pay? Because you can pay, there's 3 different levels, right? There's free, and the free one is always way behind. It's not that good. Then there's like the pro version that's like, I don't know, $20 a month. And then there's a third version that's like $200 a month. Which one are you using?
I'm using the middle one.
All right, yeah, the $20 a month one, right?
Well, the other one, the free one, after you make 2 videos or whatever, you're done.
Yeah.
You have to wait. And as you know, I'm totally hyper, so I can't wait. But I love doing this. I love teaching it. I love sharing. And again, the Buddhists have a saying, learning is health. And at my age, I want to stay healthy, and I want to keep on learning. And this is, for me, a great way to learn, because I'm experimenting with the prompts. I'm experimenting with bringing an image into Chat, to Grok Imagine, to Midjourney, to iMovie. And it's really changed the way I think. Sometimes I wake up dreaming about AI.
Wow. Well, I tell you, it honestly, if you can get over the hang up that some people have with it and just enjoy it for what it is, it's like you can just have such a good time. I remember when just generative fill came out in Photoshop.
Right.
I just spent a whole weekend just seeing what could be done. Like just seeing, will it do this? Will it do that? And gosh, has it gotten so much better? I don't know if you guys realized it, but Photoshop released a new version of its AI called Firefly.
Yep.
And it is they went from Firefly 1, which is the first one that we saw. Then it jumped to Firefly 3. This is Firefly 5, and it is dramatically better than what we've had in the past. The results are tremendously better. So that's really awesome. Warren says, thanks. You just saved me $180 a month by recommending the middle version. Yeah, that's the one I have subscriptions to, almost all of them. I've got ChatGPT and Perplexity and Google Gemini and all. The middle version, the $20 a month version, is just delightful.
But what's really cool about all these, that you could actually see, I'm not really here. I'm in Pago with Susan, relaxing on a beach.
Oh.
And I don't even own a shirt that remotely looks like this.
Now you got me worried. All right, so I'm going to show a video that is unrelated to AI and Rick, but then Rick's got one more video to show us, and we're going to close the show with his video. But I want to share this video because I want Rick's to finish up, because he told me it's a good closing video. All right, so this last weekend, I went to see my friend Paul Kober up in Holland, Michigan, which is a beautiful town in Michigan, just gorgeous. And Paul has this thing that he does every year, and I talked about it last week. He does this thing called Hot Dog Heaven, where he invites, like, I don't know, 80, 100 people to come to Paul's house. He builds a fire, and you cook your hot dogs over the flame, and then he has just an insane amount of every kind of condiment. Plus, there's tater tots and side dishes and potato salad and everything you could imagine. It was an absolutely gorgeous day, like a perfect day, like 72 degrees and no humidity. And it was, from being in Tampa, going to Holland, Michigan, it was quite a joy. But I took a picture of the table where he put out the condiments, and there's no audio, but I'm just going to share it with you here. Take a look. Here is the condiments table. Look at this. And then I do a flyover here with my phone. Here we go. Look at all these condiments.
Wow.
Is that insane? He's got like 14 different mustards, just all kinds of different ketchups and sauces. And then he had a sheet that told you, oh, if you want to make a Chicago dog, it's like this, a Detroit dog, a Jersey dog, a New York dog. And you could just go and get the toppings, whatever you wanted, sauerkraut or sweet peppers and just relishes. And just, it was amazing. But that's just a little quick flyover of the world of condiments. All right. So I need you to share your screen again, if you would, Rick.
Okay, I will. And let me get this here right now.
And
Share.
before Rick signs off, a couple of things. Rick, where can people go find out more about you?
Just ricksammon.com. Everything's there. Or KelbyOne. You know, I have more than 60 classes. I think it's getting near 65 or
Isn't
70.
that crazy? Like,
Well, it's the
that many-
conferences.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of conference, but also you just done a ton of classes, and we're lucky enough to continue to have Rick doing classes. We're going to be talking about his next AI class today. So, and his wife is quite a iPhoneographer.
Oh, she is.
And
she is.
Rick and I have done classes together as well.
The portfolio class was our last one together.
Yep, that was
we did
fun.
Did a workshop in China. We did a people class. So yeah, it is a lot of fun. You know, about the AI, today people seem to like today on the grid, people seem to like the videos. But in the comments, people said, I think it was leaning more towards the still. So maybe you could do like a kind of a quick survey. Which would people like to learn more about? You know, if they had a choice.
Well,
but I guess
I don't have a survey software ready to go with that question, so it would only be whoever felt like answering. So it wouldn't be any kind of even close to scientific.
Yeah.
So what are you going to wrap us up with?
Okay,
Rick?
I'm gonna wrap you up with. How much time do we have?
Oh, as much time as you need. You're Rick Sammon, for goodness sake.
Okay, here's one. So I was having a lot of fun. So you know the most interesting. Well, I know you know the most interesting man, right? So there he is. So I made in ChatGPT. This is why I like to use the different programs. So in ChatGPT, I made a still like you see there, me holding the iPhone, and then I said with my script, I said I want you to say, you know, with the Spanish accent, you know, whatever, well, what you're going to hear now. You know, it may be lag like you said before, like stuttering, whatever. But anyway, here it is. And what's interesting is the latest version of Grok Imagine does a better version. This was before that. Does a better version of the lip syncing.
I've made a lot of mistakes in photography, and I'm still making them. But here's one thing I know: if you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. Stay curious, my friends.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So thank you. I have one other one. This is a photograph. This woman riding this horse on the beach again in St. Augustine, Florida. Do some workshops there. So I started with the straight shot. Then I went to ChatGPT, then Midjourney. I added some music with Suno, and then I put the whole thing together in iMovie. And as you know, right now you're limited with some of these programs, even if you pay the extra fees, to like 10-second videos.
Right.
In Midjourney, you could do it you could increase that 4 times each time. But you'll see when you're working with iMovie that you'll see where the cut is. So envisioning where you're going to cut the scenes is really also important. So here we go. So it's good fun.
That's incredible. Ann says, Rick's bad photo turned into Lautrec art that gives me hope. As I seem to have a terminal case of snapshot-itis. I'm not too sad about it. I can conjure up perfection in what my mind's eye sees.
You can. And that's why you see a scene and the light's not right. If the light's not right, it's very easy to, to fix it. I have so many examples. But anyway, people can see it in the
Oh,
class.
show us one more, Rick. Come on. These are fun.
What's fun? Well, Dobson's here, right?
Yeah.
He's a scuba diver. Where's the share? Right here. Share, keynote. So here I was scuba diving in the Seychelles. So this is what's amazing to me about ChatGPT. Here I am. When I had black hair, I have no more black hair. And if people think taking pictures, as Dobson knows, and all the scuba divers know, taking pictures topside is hard. Taking pictures underwater is really hard because everything floods at one time. But anyway, I wanted to have some fun with this, so I put all these. I expanded the canvas in Photoshop, and then I said add the sharks. But Scott, if you look at this picture, you can see the direction of the single strobe, right? It's off to camera left, right? It's off to the left. Well, here, look at the shark in the foreground. The shadow of its fin is on the shark behind it, coming from the same place. So it's not just sticking the shark in there; it's sticking the shark in there with the shadows in the same place. So it knows this, which is kind of
crazy.
Kind of crazy.
It's all just crazy.
And if anyone wants to jump into the world of AI. That's one of Susan's iPhone shots, by the way, in our dining room.
Wow, it's a three triptych. All right, all right. We got some winners for our book here for our prizes. Here's our winners today. The Platypod handle's going to Jack Canavan. The iPhone book is going to Patricia Venturino. The night photography book is going to George Daskevich. Sorry, George. The landscape photography book is going to Roger Gregston, and the On One No Noise AI, which is brilliant, is going to Don Smyers. So we have all your contact info because you filled it out on the form. So we will be shipping you all of your goodies or sending you a link to go download in the case of the new iPhone book. But there you have it. Rick, thank you so much for joining us today. I love your outlook on all this, and I love the stuff that you're doing, and you have such a creative mind. It's great to see it transferring to a new medium.
Well, at least I have a mind at my age.
Oh, Rick, you act like you're 104. Look at him. And we all wish we could be as healthy and happy as Rick at his age, which is 91. So
76 this year.
Wow, man, you're kicking butt for 76. Let's go. All right.
Well, thank you, and thanks again, and thanks to Christina and Jason and Dobson and everyone else at KelbyOne. I really feel like, and Susan, we feel like we're part of the KelbyOne family because we've been working with you guys for 19 years. So
wow.
So next January, when we're in Florida, maybe we could do a 20th. Some kind of 20th anniversary.
We absolutely should. Well, thank you again, Rick. And one thing I love about Rick, no one is having more fun in life than Rick. Not just in the AI stuff. And Rick travels everywhere. Rick does everything. Rick is, he's one of those people that you're like, that guy, he's doing it right.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, congratulations. Please give Susan a hug from the crew here, too.
I will.
All right, and to all of you and our sponsors and our whole crew here, Christina and the gang, and even Dobson, which I used. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week. Mr. Kuna might be Skyping in. He's on vacation for 3 weeks total, so hopefully he'll Skype in next week. But thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next Thursday, right here live, 1-ish on the grid. Take care, everybody.
Think about the photos that mean the most to you. They're the ones of the people you care about. Let's make those photos come alive. Join world-class instructors who will walk you through exactly what they do on real shoots. Whether you shoot families, fashion, travel, or street photography, this online conference will make your photos better. Stop guessing and start creating portraits that make people say, wow.